Keller.
Bright lights on the Midway.
Rides, games, and laughter.
Soft animals to get to know better.
And Hoosiers coming together to celebrate what our state has to offer.
It's RTV6 Day at the Fair as Indiana opens up its fairgrounds for an epic 17-day stretch.
RTV6 is working for you to get you there smoothly.
Investigating how the fair keeps things safe for you.
And joining in on the fun as we help Indiana get the fair started.
This is RTV6 Day at the Fair.
This is RTV6 News at Noon, working for you.
And good afternoon to you, coming to you live from the Midway at the Indiana State Fair. It is opening day. It's RTV6 Day at the Fair. I'm Lauren Casey.
And I'm Meredith Barrick. We are here with some of our thousands of closest friends.
Oh, yeah.
I'd say the rides are just getting up and running right now. People are playing games. And, of course, they are eating all the fair food.
Oh, yeah. We talked to you about this on Good Morning Indiana. We said the first place that we were going to go was the Dairy Barn, and it did not disappoint. We tried the Hoosier hash brown grilled cheese. That was delicious. We also tried the milkshake, caramel
Fantastic
coffee. Yep.
For a hot day like today.
Oh, yeah. But we do want to talk about something real quick. If you're having trouble getting in, they are having issues with those discount pre-ordered tickets. They're getting it resolved, so you'll want to follow them on Twitter to get those updates.
They are asking, though, that you remain patient. They are trying as hard as possible to fix that issue. So just something that you need to know as you head here to the fairgrounds.
Yeah, and we do know that it's not just about the fair and all the fun. This is Heroes in the Heartland, a great theme this year.
Yeah, they're not only recognizing our Hoosier farmers, but also our first responders and our military members. There will also be a beautiful tribute here at the fairgrounds, remembering our fallen military members. So while you're having fun, it's important to stop by and recognize those men and women.
Yeah, and a lot of things you can see here include some nostalgic things like the swine barn. We know that's not going to be around for forever here at the State Fairgrounds, and that is where we find our own Kevin Gregory. He's been making the rounds. Kevin, how's it going out there with the pigs?
You mentioned that you were at the Dairy Barn first thing today. Here I am in the swine barn, and can we look in between you ladies?
Yes.
We're looking in at Tom here, and Tom weighs in at 1,060 pounds. He's 4 years old, so let's just nickname him Half-Ton Tom. Have you ever seen a pig that big?
No.
So you guys are from Speedway?
Yes.
All right, band day.
Yeah.
Tell me, how'd the spark plugs do this morning?
We did fantastic. It was our best run yet.
And so how long do you wait to find out whether you move on?
We have to wait a few hours. Yeah.
It's right here. Nervous time while we wait, right?
Yeah.
What instrument do you play?
Mellophone.
Okay. Half-Ton Tom, ladies, good luck. We're going to come down the way here. And I will say this. Don't pass up an opportunity to go in these different buildings at the State Fair. That big boy there, I can safely say is less than a half-ton because he doesn't have his weight posted. But I've got bad news. I've never come to the State Fair and lost weight. Oh, hang on real quick. Yeah, here we go. We'll get a picture. That's what this is all about. Where are you from?
Louis, Indiana.
All right,
South
welcome.
Terre Haute.
All right, south of Terre Haute. So now we're going to meet up with Chloe. I had a chance to meet her earlier. Chloe and then Bubba. And you've got a big day of showmanship. Tell me, what is that?
Showmanship is where the judge judges you more than your pig.
Ooh, are they harsh?
Oh, a little bit.
So what are they looking at from you?
Just how you drive your pig, and then sometimes they test your knowledge on how much you know about your pig.
And what might you be asked about your pig?
About what you feed them, maybe.
All right. And so what do you feed them?
I feed them grain, yeah.
So I also noticed she has this in her hands. What motivates you to come to the Indiana State Fair? Oh, it could be elephant ears. It could be any myriad of foods, but this is what motivates Bubba. So do you think he'll stand up? He'll hop up for this? Bubba, here you go. Let's get some sound effects. How much does Bubba weigh?
235.
So you're going to be judged on your showmanship. How much does he weigh in the equation?
Not much today. Tomorrow he'll weigh in a lot.
Okay. Is he always cooperative?
Usually, yes.
Does he ever have an attitude?
No. I hope he doesn't start.
Okay, let me borrow one more of these. So again, this is the marshmallow without the s'more, no chocolate, no graham cracker. They just like a marshmallow straight up. But as you can see, look at all of this in the swine barn throughout the 17 days here at the State Fair. there's always something going on. So I'm going to slip this down here. Hey, Bubba, over here, big boy. Let's see what happens. Oops. Down the hatch. It's in the sawdust for now. But don't worry, that's not going to bother Bubba. I've already had a selfie with a llama today, too. So it's a big day, and it's just getting started. There'll be almost 900,000 Hoosiers that come to the Indiana State Fair. And it's going to be a beautiful run of weather. We'll hear more about that in a little bit. Back to you guys. I'm having fun.
All right. Well, we have some of the littlest fans who are here at the State Fair
Kevin
behind
had
us.
half-ton Tom.
Yeah.
We've got these guys. Come over here. Look, we made some friends.
Get a little closer.
This is one of the best parts of coming to the fair. All the friends that you get to make. And so we just saw Kevin in the swine barn.
Yeah.
But everyone has been traveling all over the state this month, seeing some of those featured farmers that you can see here at the fair.
And it's not just central Indiana. People from all over coming right here to Indianapolis. And we're going to go all the way down to Hanover on the banks of the Ohio River in southern Indiana. And that's where our own Alyssa Donovan met up with some beekeepers.
Would you guys go hang out with a bunch of bees?
Bunch of bees? Yeah.
Okay, they're brave. Let's see if Alyssa was brave.
She's going to run and jump into the lake.
I've had my fair share of bee stings, so I definitely thought about it.
So right here we've got, I think it's 16 to 17 hives, each consisting probably 40, 50,000 bees.
And right now, those bees are not too happy with Kevin Bowman.
And we just took their honey from them. So there's still a little upset.
The Bowman family started beekeeping as a hobby, but now it's grown into a booming business based here in Hanover, Indiana.
My great-grandfather started beekeeping basically to have sugar. He would trade his sugar ration cards for basically rubber and tires for his equipment on his farm.
In 2012, the family started selling honey to local stores. Growing their great-grandfather's legacy started during World War II into a successful honey business, distributing across several states.
Some of this equipment actually is my grandfather's equipment. You come across one of his boxes or lids and just have that connection with them is really cool.
This season, production was a bit lower than normal.
The weather has been a little bit hard on us as far as rain. The bees don't get out and forage as much.
Each hive producing around 50 pounds.
Everything above here is what we call supers.
Okay.
So that's all the excess honey that they don't need.
Those are removed twice a year.
Next, the supers are brought here, and that's when the process starts to extract the honey.
So this machine here removes all that wax cappings off of it. Yep, that's all honey.
Next, the frames that hold the honey are placed in this.
As it spins, it uses centrifugal force to pull all the honey to the edge here, and then flows down to the bottom and out. Basically, that's what it looks like afterwards.
Oh, okay.
All the honey out of it. Feel the weight difference. So that.
Ooh, yeah.
Compared to.
Oh my gosh.
The honey is filtered through a strainer, getting out the last of the wax.
And this is a real light, sweet honey. The fall is going to be a little bit of a darker honey. It's going to have a little more robust flavor profile to it.
They say both their fall and spring honey pack more flavor and health benefits than what you'll typically find at the grocery store.
A lot of what you get at a grocery store is ultra filtered and pasteurized. So you lose a lot of the beneficial proteins and enzymes and the pollens that's inside the honey.
Bowman is also starting to branch out, producing honey with natural flavoring and a spicy honey on the way. In Hanover, I'm Alyssa Donovan, RTV6.
All right, Alyssa, thank you so much. Well, coming up here on the News at Noon, we're going to be working for you, talking about some safety things. Ride inspections, very important if you're bringing the kids out here to the fair. Also parking and how to get to the Indiana State Fair.
And then we've got some llama drama. Our Todd Clausen heads to a farm in Crawfordsville. You will not want to miss this story. He gets very up close and personal with some llamas. We'll be right back. You're watching the News at Noon, live from the State Fairgrounds.
Sunday, 8/7 Central on ABC.
Bright lights and Hoosiers coming together to celebrate what our Indiana has to offer.
The State Fairgrounds open the gates for the anticipated 17-day stretch.
This is RTV6 Day at the Fair. And we want to welcome you back here to RTV6 Day at the Indiana State Fair. It is also opening day. We're coming to you live from the Midway. So much action here, and we're meeting a lot of really fun people.
Yeah, and if you can see behind us here, people are in line to get those ride tickets.
I know.
And that is because the rides are just getting moving. They just opened up. And if you have little ones that are coming out and want to ride those rides, a big issue or a big concern for some families is, are these rides safe? Well, we are working for you, and we went straight to the source and learned that fair inspectors spent Thursday double-checking each and every of the 57 rides here at the fair. They will continue to check these rides every day of the fair's 17-day stretch. And if you do have safety concerns, every ride has a green sticker on it with a phone number. If you feel unsafe at any time, you can call that number, and an inspector will show up right away.
So important, because I know our moms would be the ones who are concerned about our safety.
Ellen and Judy.
Yeah. So very important to know about those stickers. We do also want to talk about parking and getting into the fair. You do have a lot of options, and it does get backed up there on 38th Street, so you'll want to use caution. You have some options out here. It is first come, first serve here at the Indiana State Fairgrounds. It's $8 a car. You can get in through gates 1, 6, or 10. There's also an easy park for just $8 in the lot across the street to the north. That's at the Indiana School of the Deaf. That's where Meredith and I parked. Very easy. You can also get in and park at the Glendale Town Center. That's on Rural Street, the lot there. Take the free shuttle, which starts at 10 a.m. and it runs every 20 minutes. You can also get a little fresh air. Save yourself $1 on your admission by riding your bike to the fairgrounds. I think Todd Clausen is a big fan of that option. And you can park your bike at the secured bike rack and then enter through gate 18. So a lot of ways to get here, a lot of fun things you can do, and we have a lot more coming up.
We do. We have a great story ahead. We're going to show you something that's as tall as Todd Clausen, but a little bit more furry. He heads to a llama farm in Crawfordsville. This story is one you will not want to miss.
Yeah, you want to stick around for that. Plus, we have much more coming up from the Indiana State Fairgrounds. I want to thank you for sticking around here. We'll be right back after the break when the news at noon continues here on RTV6.
From 6 to 10 a.m.
This is RTV6 News at Noon, working for you.
We are live here at the Indiana State Fairgrounds. It is RTV6 Day at the fair. And you know, Lauren, when I think of farms and farm animals, I typically think of cows, horses, sheep, pigs. But there's one animal in particular that really isn't maybe in my top 10 even.
Yeah, I would say so. But they're really cute and they're really friendly.
And
something I want to own now.
Great personalities.
Great personalities. And so, of course, we had to check out the llamas. They're becoming very popular for 4-H'ers to raise and show here in the state of Indiana. So who are we going to send out to this? Todd Clausen, obviously, out to Crawfordsville, Indiana, to meet some farmers who are the featured farmers today at the Indiana State Fair. Hey, Todd.
Well, I'm a lifelong farmer. Susan and I met 45 years ago, showing sheep at the Indiana State Fair.
That encounter years ago eventually led Mark and Susan Smith to their own farm where they grow corn, soybeans, hay, and raise llamas.
We are grain farmers by first, and we've always had livestock on our farm.
Some sheep still graze the farm, but their main business now is in showing, breeding, and selling llamas. And Mark, well, he has the knack of putting the right llamas together to produce award winners.
We've got probably more national champions than anybody else in the country right now.
So what makes a national champion llama? Mark knows well as he travels as a judge around the country.
As a judge, what I look for in a show ring is a lot of its feet and legs, is how they move and how they travel, straightness of top line, style, balance.
The Smiths still grow crops, but having livestock provides a backup to the crops in case the weather causes a bad yield. And speaking of weather, llamas actually prefer the winter months compared to the heat of Indiana's summers.
As long as you protect them, they all have shelter, they're all in the shade, they all have fans, plenty of water.
Another way to keep them cool and also make some money is to shear the llamas.
All of them have, at least the older ones, all have a barrel cut. We take that, that's where they need to really disperse their heat during the summertime. Some of them we have what we call, they're completely shorn, from ears to the toes, where about every second year we'll do what we call the nudie cut on them and get all that wool off of them just so they can tolerate our heat and humidity here in Indiana.
Not only are llamas used for their fleece or just for show, they're often used as protectors for other livestock such as sheep.
And that's kind of how we got into the llamas, that we needed something to protect the sheep.
While guard dogs are used as protectors, they often have a lifespan of only about 10 years. 2 of those years are used for training, whereas llamas can live for over 20 years and can be ready to protect at just a year old.
It's not uncommon to look out into our fields and see a coyote loping across and have 20 of our females lined up along the fence doing their alarm call, alerting the rest of the herd, hey, there's a predator close by. That coyote says, well, I think I'll go after a rabbit or a ground squirrel or a mouse or something like that instead of the sheep that they're protecting.
From the moment I stepped into the barn, it was easy to see why llama herds are growing so fast. They have great personalities, they're fairly easy to raise, and are useful in many ways.
When we got into this thing 25 years ago, if you'd have told me that we're doing this now and have probably one of the top herds in the country, I would have said you're crazy.
While this Hoosier love story started long before the llamas ever came to the farm, it's only fitting that 45 years later, the Smiths are back as featured farmers for this year's Indiana State Fair, showing both llamas and sheep.
But here we are, enjoying life, enjoying what we do together.
Working for you, Todd Clausen, RTV6.
And Meredith and I learned so much talking to Todd this morning about the llamas, and we want you to know actually that the kids and you can learn a lot here at the Indiana State Fair from those farmers. Just go to the glass barn. It's way up at the north end of the fairgrounds, and those farmers will be here as well as all the featured farmers, and they want you to come ask them questions. So a lot of fun here.
And it's a great place to cool off. It's not
air conditioned
terrible out here right now, but you might need a little break from this bright sunshine at some part of the day. And you know who is nice and cool right now? Our very own Nicole Griffin and Alyssa Donovan, who are back at the RTV6 studios. We're going to hand things over to them now. We're going to go ride some rides.
Yeah.
All right, Meredith, Lauren, have fun. Be safe out there. Great job. Let's take a live look outside right now at our RTV6 Weather Now camera. This is looking north, and what a great weather day. Alyssa Donovan here joining me now for the Indiana State Fair opening day, RTV6 day at the fair. They have a nice breeze.
I know, we couldn't have asked for better weather to start the fair. Temperatures are right close to average, maybe a little bit above in some spots, and we have lots of sunshine right here in central Indiana. Right now, temperatures in the 80s already, 81 degrees in Indianapolis, 77 in Kokomo, 80 in Muncie right now, and 80 in Martinsville. So we have some beautiful conditions outside, and that's going to stick with us as we head over the next few days. We have high pressure in control right now, and that's where it's going to stay. A trough just to the southeast of us is going to bring us a little bit of cloud coverage for some of you southern counties as we head through the day. But if you're in central or northern Indiana, mostly sunny skies. So we're in the 80s right now. We're going to stay into the upper 80s today with just a little bit of cloud coverage to our south and mostly sunny skies here in Indianapolis. And then we're going to continue that pattern as we head through the weekend as well. So it's looking very nice over the next few days. Today for your fair day, starting in the 80s right now, and that's where we're staying throughout the afternoon. As we head into the afternoon, going to continue to see those skies clear to nice conditions tonight. So if you're heading tonight, it's going to be a great night as well, only dropping into the 60s. Won't really even need a jacket.
All right, perfect weather for the State Fair.
And you know what? We know that those featured farmers are going to be out there. We have 17 of them. One of them is Huber Winery. Now, I had the chance to go down to Huber Winery, which is in Starlight, Indiana, and check out how they get their wine made. And they're going to be at the Glass Barn today at 2:30 for one of those farmer talks.
You had a great assignment.
Oh my gosh, it was so much fun.
All right, Alyssa, thank you so much. Let's take another live look outside as we look towards the Indiana State Fairgrounds. We'll be right back with a final check of your forecast. You're watching RTV6 News at Noon.
And at Kroger, Kings Island. It's amazing in here.
All right, let's get a check of the forecast.
Okay, so it's going to be a beautiful day, and really that's all I can say. There's just not much to say. Lots of sunshine, beautiful conditions as we head into the weekend. Temperatures are going to be in the 80s, and then we'll see some chances of showers midweek next week.
All right, Alyssa, thank you, and thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here at 5 o'clock. Have a great